Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today, I decided that I was gonna do another little spread in my sketchbook, but as usual, I didn't know what to draw because this is something I deal with every time I decide to sit down and draw. And you would think after drawing for I don't even know how many years now, probably 10, 12, that I would know what the frick to draw by now, but I never do. So I always end up leaning back to and going back to my roots, which is just drawing original characters. And I think that this is a very good thing to do whenever you are dealing with art block, which I'm sure if you're an artist, I think every artist deals with it at some point in their lives. If you have not yet had to deal with it, then I'm happy for you. And I wish the best and I hope that never happens to you because it sucks. It's awful. And every single time I'm dealing with art block, I am always just it's one of the most frustrating things because in case people don't know what art block is, it's basically, it's different for everyone, I think. For me personally, a lot of the time it's just struggling to figure out what I want to draw, or it's me not having inspiration, or it's even sometimes me just not like in the mood to draw, and nothing that I draw will like turn out right. That is it for the case for me a lot of the time. So I think a great tip for people that struggle with that is to just do OCs. And if you're someone that doesn't have any OCs, I'd recommend like just creating some. And I know that sounds like hard to do because original characters can be difficult to create because it takes a lot of process, I guess. But this character right here is actually kind of was purposely created just for whenever I get into art block. And basically, I would just say, just draw whatever is in your comfort zone. Basically, draw something that's fun for you to draw, or draw. I think fan art even is a good thing too, though, to do if you are dealing with art block too. I think that's another example of something that you can always do. But I always lean back to just doing not fan art, sorry, OCs. And again, like I just said, this one was genuinely created just for this purpose. And I have drawn this character before. They don't even have a name. They don't have a name. They don't have like a story really. I've kind of thought about like personality traits, but that's kind of the furthest I've gotten. But this character really is just amalgamation of like my favorite things in characters. And I kind of made it just that, honestly. And each time I draw it, I feel like I kind of make up new thing. I like kind of add new elements to it each time also, which is kind of fun. I'll add new elements into the clothing, or I'll come up with even more personality traits that I think about, and then I write it down, which I would actually really, I would say too, if you are someone that is creating an OC, and if you want them to have a story, which by the way, not every OC even needs to have one. I have tons of like original characters that I just have drawn just to draw, which and not every single one of them has to have like a background. But I would say if you have one and you like are coming up with ideas for them like story wise, I would always try to write it down, just because I have forgotten like stuff about original characters that I've thought of in my head that I thought were really great ideas, and then I didn't write it down, and then I regretted it because I couldn't remember what I was thinking about. So I would really recommend doing that. But also, like with this one, I really tried to, this like specific spread I did too, I ended up keeping the color palette extremely limited, which I think is also very important when creating characters. I think this also kind of ties in with color theory a little bit too. But whenever you create like OCs, and even if you're thinking about like just coloring in a specific type of character or whatever, I do think it's very important to try not to go insane with color. I at least always try to go more simple because it ends up looking kind of like a train wreck, I think, if you just put tons and tons of color on something and then it doesn't like work as well, I guess. This whole spread kind of has a very comic book vibe to it though, I think, as well. And so I tried to really encapsulate that with this one specifically, but it always changes for me. And like with this character already, like I am super indecisive when it comes to OCs, and like I'm consistently changing how they look. And I'm pretty happy with how this looks. I do think this character though, I still want to change the hair. I think that the hair on this one is still something I need to think about, and I might change it to, I don't know, it might depend. I'll see. Also, this cat, by the way, this cat is the character's cat. I just want to clarify that this character doesn't turn into a cat. That's the character's cat. In case anyone was curious about what that's about. But yeah, I recently have been dealing with art block a lot, and so I decided to draw this because I had nothing else to draw, and I couldn't think of anything else to draw. And it's been a constant struggle for me recently. I don't know if anyone else has been dealing with it, but it's extremely frustrating. It's also, sometimes I'll too have those days where I want to draw really bad, but then I sit down and I do it, and nothing I draw comes out right. And it's super freaking frustrating. And it makes me want to tear my hair out and cry and scream and lose my mind. But you know what? It's fine. I feel like 80% of drawing is just me being frustrated, but I don't know. I really had to choose something that's not easy as the thing I want to be good at. Because I'm never going to be like perfect at art, which is, I'm okay with that. And I guess that's the thing about art that makes it fun, is the fact that you're never going to be like perfect at it. It's like not possible to be like perfect at art. I'm actually really happy with how this hand turned out, by the way, because again, I don't really have like a crazy story with this character, but I kind of like the idea of them being like a vigilante type. Like they definitely are type of like a vigilante, and I wanted to show like their hand. The original idea I think for it was to be bruised, but I ended up using a very limited color palette, so it doesn't really look like it's bloody. The pink is supposed to be blood. But yeah, I think I got the limited color palette idea actually because I saw a Pinterest post that someone did in their sketchbook where they like did something similar to this, and I really liked how it looked, so I wanted to do it. But no, I'm really happy with this hand. It gives one of my biggest inspirations for hands and feet, like drawing wise, is Tarzan, the Disney movie. I am obsessed with the way the hands and the feet look in that movie. I like have done studies on them before. I should do it again because just the way that they draw like the tendons in the hand and the muscles. I'm pretty sure that's Glenn Keane that did a lot of the stuff for Tarzan. Like I'm obsessed with the way they draw hands and feet in that, and so I always go back to it, and I always like look at them because I don't know, it's just very satisfying. But yeah, I had a lot of fun actually making this, and I think it did help with we're not gonna look at the hands though, okay? The hands, I know it's fine, okay? It's fine. The hands, we don't talk about the hands. The hands, we're not gonna talk about it, okay? We're not gonna talk about it. I did not try, and I don't know what that is, but we're just gonna, I zoomed it. I shouldn't have zoomed it. Why did I zoom in on it? It's fine. It's fine. Hands we don't need to always try on hands. Hands are stupid. They're stupid. It's fine. I had a lot of fun though on this piece. I did. I don't like how the hair turned out on this last one, but it's okay. And I apologize because I feel like I was just rambling in this video and nothing I said really made any sense. And I apologize for that. But I do thank everyone, if you're still here. If you're not, I do not blame you. I thank you for watching. I apologize that this was kind of just me rambling on, and none of my thoughts were coherent at all, but it's fine. Thank you so much for watching though, and I really appreciate you all, and I promise my next video will make more sense than this one. My brain has been very jumbled recently. But thank you for watching again, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.